Do you think that the relative strength of the pound against the Canadian dollar will be in your favour, that you can offer value holidays?
Well, that's certainly what we're hearing here at this show. You know, we've had some concern about going into 2009 with the economic situation the way it is, but I'm hearing a lot more optimism here at World Travel Market than we thought we might, and especially around the value of the pound relative to the Canadian dollar and the great value that offers for travelers now. So we're seeing some pretty strong demand in the markets that we're targeting, and we're pretty optimistic.
Excellent. Now, in terms of vacations, for those people who have never been to Canada, obviously it hasn't an awful lot to offer. But you also have you've had some major events. You've got some major events coming up. Do you find the events actually expose the destination effectively for you?
Well, certainly in 2008 we celebrated the 400th anniversary of the founding of the city of Quebec. And that was an event that captured the imagination of people all around the world. And visitation was very high in Quebec City, people coming to see that, but also people wanting to know more about that story, about Canada. That was very interesting. So we continue to focus on events, whether they're special events like Quebec 400, and of course we've got the biggest event in the world coming up in 2010 with the Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games in Vancouver and Whistler. So we're very much focused on big events that bring exposure to Canada, and also we have great annual festivals and events which are world-renowned, lots of fun, lots of opportunity to meet Canadians and to hang out and party with Canadians at wonderful events like the Toronto International Film Festival, the Montreal Jazz Festival, the Calgary Stampede, events like that.
Now, one of the strengths, in many people's opinions, actually for Canada is actually Canadian people and how friendly they are. How effective do you think your marketing has been or will be in terms of actually getting that? Because it's sometimes a difficult task to do is to actually get that across.
Well, we don't even try to get that across in our marketing. There are very few countries in the world that would go out in their marketing and say their people are unfriendly. Everyone likes to say that their people are friendly. But what we find in Canada is people come for vacation for one reason. They come back to Canada because they fall in love with the people. They have wonderful experience with Canadians. People who have traveled to Canada become our greatest ambassadors after they've been there. So we let people who have already been to Canada carry that message for us, and we don't try and instill that message so much in our marketing.
And now this year you've done quite a lot of marketing linked to Canadian culture and arts, and for example Cirque du Soleil, which many people don't realise was initiated in Canada. Has that program been successful for you as well?
It's been very successful. Canada has a great pride in terms of our innovation and the type of culture and arts that we have available. You can come to Canada and have that experience in Canada, but also what we've exported to the rest of the world in terms of culture and artistic endeavor. And Cirque du Soleil is one of the ones that we're, of course, the most proud of. They are an internationally renowned company which started in Quebec and still has great roots in Quebec, but really shows the type of innovation that Canadians have. Yeah, our Spotlight event is held in March of every year. It's a Canada-only show where we are having Canadian sellers come over and have specific appointments with buyers in the UK. So it's not in a marketplace environment of this nature. It's scheduled appointments. It's been a very successful trade show for us. It's a nice follow-up to World Travel Market, and so it's our dedicated endeavor every year in the spring of the year.